Wigan's season of dreams gets better and better. Top-level football for the first time. Now the first major cup final in their history. The fairy tale shows no signs of ending. It's hard to believe that only 3 years ago, when Manchester United were standing in this very tunnel preparing to face Liverpool in their last League Cup final, Wigan were playing Chesterfield in a second division fixture. Now they stand side by side with arguably the biggest club in the world as equals, at least for the next couple of hours. Well, the bookmakers don't get carried away by the romance of it all, do they? And they'll give you odds of 5-1 on a Wigan victory. Generous, really. The teams are separated by only a few places in the league table, but I guess on planet football, these two clubs are galaxies apart. They've met just once before in a cup tie 13 years ago in the Lancashire Cup in front of 1,700 spectators. Today there are 72,000 inside the Millennium Stadium, and almost half of them have come from Wigan. The 26th major cup final that United have been involved in, the very first for Wigan. And it's also, of course, the last time the League Cup final will be played here in Cardiff. Even the new Wembley should be ready for next year. And by the way, this magnificent arena was completed in 1/3 of the time and at 1/6 of the cost that it's taking to rebuild the new Wembley. An amazing thought. The big news from Manchester United is that Louis Saha, who's been a star throughout the League Cup run, is preferred to leading scorer Ruud van Nistelrooy. Rio Ferdinand and John O'Shea both return after injury. Ji-Sung Park gets the vote on the left of midfield. Paul Jewell knew he'd break a few hearts with his team selection. The unluckiest player to miss out, Swedish international Andreas Johansson, as the manager reverts to his first choice attacking duo of Henri Camara and Jason Roberts. Stefan Onsho fit to take his place in an unchanged back four. Gary Teal replaces the cup-tied David Thompson in midfield. Well, Wigan was once famous only for its rugby league team and being something of a music hall joke, but not now. Paul Jewell and his players have changed all that, and if they can achieve the impossible dream here today, the road to Wigan Pier will lead all the way to Europe, and not even George Orwell could have predicted that. Wigan Athletic in blue and white. The final just as important for Manchester United, of course. Their fans used to deride this competition as a meaningless one, but now it's their only realistic chance of winning a trophy this season. Led away by Wes Brown, restored to the England squad, named by Sven-Göran Eriksson yesterday. Bullard will start on the left of midfield for Wigan. Here's Louis Saha, the surprise selection by Sir Alex Ferguson. Desea with a header away.
Nervy moments for everyone in blue and white down there, I'm sure of that. They all want a touch of the ball. They all want to get into the game.
Neville playing in his 7th cup final for Manchester United, his first as a captain, and Ronaldo caught offside. The Millennium Stadium roof in place, otherwise we might have had the coldest cup final on record. And it could also ensure we get the noisiest. Remember last year, the roars of the crowd were measured at 130 decibels, making it officially the loudest football final ever.
Well, the Wigan fans are out to break that. That's a certainty. Fans have certainly started in fine form.
Roberts with the layoff to Teal. Got it out of his feet and made room for the good early cross.
Yeah, that's a chance. I kid you not. In cup finals, that's a chance. Just gets too much on the header. Lovely build-up. And he's just got to glance it. There's brilliant pace on this cross from Gary Teal, and he just needs to glance it. He tries to put pace on it himself. He didn't need to. Little glancing header.
Wigan's record signing with the first real opportunity of the game as Baines clears at the other end. A Liverpool man, his whole family Liverpool supporters, so they won't need any extra incentive to put United to the sword today. Very tight. And Pollard comes to claim. A big day for him, of course.
I have to say, he's just held it back with his hamstring. Pollard, he's struggling. I tell you what, no idea what happened there, but he's just pulled up as he moved to get the ball. And this is nothing. Comes out to get it. And then there he goes. Reaches for the back of the right leg. That suggests a hamstring.
Well, what a dramatic story in the making here. I was about to say Mike Pollard began his career at Manchester United. He never made it past their youth team. He's been counting up the days to this match. A player who's spent most of his career as a journeyman, really, in the lower divisions.
I'll have to say, if it is his hamstring, he's going to struggle. He's at the back of the knee there, so...
John Filan preparing himself just in case he's needed. Very experienced keeper himself, of course, the Australian. He was first choice throughout that season, but he hasn't played too much in this campaign.
It's such an important part of the game for a goalkeeper, isn't it? Kicking the ball. Now, if it was normally you just stand in front of the goal and not have to deal with the ball along the ground, but maybe not so much of a problem. He's got to kick it out, he's got to clear it a few times.
Strange the way it happened as well. It wasn't as though he was sprinting.
It's nothing. I hope for his sake it's nothing.
Anxious faces on the Wigan bench as physio Alex Cribley completes his treatment for the moment.
We'll get an idea in a minute.
Let's watch carefully how he reacts to kicking this ball. Not too bad.
It's okay.
Clearance by Brown. Away by Onshow. At one stage wasn't expected to be fit for this final.
He went off last week, didn't he, against Tottenham? Looked like he might be struggling. I think he's delighted to... Paul Joe delighted to pick him. They've been brilliant for this team. They don't let people in behind them too often. They do defend quite deep, drop off early. Difficult to get in behind because they're not the quickest.
There's Park. So that's let it run. Wigan throw. They're still not sure about the goalkeeper. And he's still not sure. Pumping it long.
You think Manchester United will be really anxious right at this particular moment in time to just work them as much as they can, or as soon as they can. Test the leg, test the ability to make a save.
He's had a terrific season as well, Pollard. He'll be 34 next week. Chimbonda's throw, Roberts. Sahar in a bit of a confusion, but Manchester United do win the throw. So Vest takes. Park. Brown's there again. Rooney, the only one to follow it in for United. And he did really well, Sahar. Just lost his balance as he was trying to shoot.
And the ball a little fierce to him.
United have kept it in play. Ronaldo. Neville's cross. Rooney's header! What a start we've had here.
Well, that was a proper header.
Kavanagh knocking it long for Roberts. Both teams might have scored in the opening 7 minutes here. As Chimbonda knocks it long. Now Teal, Sylvestre quickly. Did well there, the Frenchman. Still in play, not now.
Yeah, really did brilliantly in that little passage of play. He never gave up the long ball through, a hopeful ball. He's the only one to react. He almost gave Zaha a chance. And then it really was a fantastic header. It doesn't matter how fit or unfit Mike Pollard was for that header. He could only just watch and admire it as it thudded back off the woodwork.
Brown Brown's header, a little loose, camera underneath it. Ferdinand there to help United out and find Park. Rooney. Hasn't scored for a dozen games now, Wayne Rooney. It's his longest spell without a goal as a United player. Bullard finds Teal. Chimbonda. Camera happy to see Brown head out for a throw.
Well, it could easily be one up. This is the one that he just chases, and he almost plays Saha. And I think Baines does well as well. He just gets in his face enough, but this is just Gary Neville all over. He's been doing this for a dozen or so years, dropping the ball beautifully. What a header. So unlucky. Does everything right, beats the goalkeeper, all ends up. Thought it was in.
Giggs. Park. On to O'Shea. Good start this by United. Neville, Ronaldo. Giggs. Extravagant ball, but skillfully kept in by Ronaldo. Then the familiar step over.
Well, they've been right at it, United. Right on the front foot.
There's Camera. He's got the pace to get at the heart of United's defence. Still there. This is Saha. Ronaldo in space on the right. A chance to attack Baines again, which he takes. Rooney. Building under quite some pressure early on here.
Just batten down the hatches for a moment, Wigan. Manchester United passing it well, finding space, moving it across the pitch really well.
Kavanagh. And quite sensibly slows it down. He certainly felt that, and they might have a problem.
Like it. I've just seen him signal to the bench. Doesn't like it. No, there he goes. See, it's gone. It's gone.
Go down, he's saying. Go down. Draw the referee's attention, quite rightly. Especially as Wigan have given it away. Giggs. Saha. Lovely ball.
You just get your team to commit a foul here. Just to bring the play to stop.
Neville. And here's O'Shea. Just lost control with his second touch. Well, the best way to keep away from their injured goalkeeper is to attack, and that's what Wigan are doing again now with Teal. Roberts runs out of space, but he does win a corner. He's not been waved on yet by referee Alan Wiley.
Well, he doesn't know. I thought the linesman had a buzzer in his flag arm. He could.
He's an awful long way away at the moment, the opposite end of the field for this Wigan corner. Camera's gone over to the far post. Zeo forward as well, and it's gone in short. Clever. Teal's cross was a good one. Rooney. Brilliant. Couldn't find a way around Zeo though. Giggs could with a lovely ball for Park. And Giggs keeps running. Park slides it through to Saha. It's Louis Saha. And now Giggs. Ronaldo far post. Lovely. Park. Handball was the claim as Zeo blocked the shot.
Well, hit the hand, but it's no penalty. I think there's an awful lot he could have done from that distance. But they need to get this ball out.
On show. Chimbonda. can't get the ball out of play to try and get their goalkeeper treated or maybe changed. Onsha. Kavanagh goes in hard. And now Bullard. I think his manager might be saying to him, don't forget about the goalkeeper, but he's got other thoughts. Kavanagh. Teal. Roberts holding it up cleverly. Gets it back again. Camera. Wigan can't complain about the situation really with Pollitt, but they've had plenty of opportunities to get the ball out of play. Now Sahar threatens. And Pollitt made heavy weather of that, frankly.
Finally he can put it out.
Well, Jeff Shreves is down there on the touchline. He can tell us what's going on, although it's pretty obvious now.
Well, Andy Gray was absolutely right. Sadly, Mike Pollitt does have a hamstring problem. That's why he's coming off. The reason John Filan disappeared just now was he wanted to warm up with the ball, but the fourth official said you can't have a ball out there on the playing surface behind the goal. So he had to disappear into the bowels of the stadium to get a feel for the ball. But he's ready now, and here he comes.
Oh, what a setback for Mike Pollitt, playing for the 12th club of his career and almost in tears, and you can understand why. Chances like this don't come around very often in a career, and his has disappeared within 15 minutes. What a tragedy for him. Well, what an opportunity for the big Australian John Filan, the first cup final of his career at the age of 36.
What a start to the game. We've had just about everything except a goal. Chances at both ends. Ball off the woodwork. Goalkeeper going off within 15 minutes. Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Well, it didn't take Filan long to get his first touch. Was there a hand here?
Well, there's a shot from Park, and the arms might go up. That was superb skill, but I think when you're that close, what was he? Yard and a half away from Park when he strikes that. I think the ref's absolutely right. It's gone high, wide and handsome as well. And that might have influenced.
Camera finding himself with plenty of room and a second bite at the cherry.
Well, they're having a go, Wigan, when they can. That's good to see. It's made the game an open one.
Here's Roberts holding up the challenge. Big strong lad, Roberts. United defend well. On show. Chimbonda finds the Swiss international again. Away by Brown this time. Rooney to Giggs. And Baines will give another touch to the standing goalkeeper, Filan.
I can remember a famous European final, and Aston Villa played in it. And I think it was Jimmy Rimmer. The opening 15-20 minutes went off, and Nigel Spink went in goal. And Aston Villa won that night.
Peter With.
Yeah.
Here's Giggs. On to Ronaldo. Giggs. To it there, and that could set up a break for Roberts. Sean has kept on running, and he's a good header of the ball. If Camera can pick him out, he can't.
Poor ball. It really is a waste. Come on, Camera. That should be better than that. Lovely break. This is so open. It's hardly been a tackle in the match because the game's been wide open. United have really stretched at the width of the pitch.
Sahar goes down right on the edge of the box, and the referee's given nothing.
I have to say, that's outside the box, that's a free kick all day long. I think it's a foul. My only question would be, is it on the line or just outside? Because he rolled him beautifully. That's his first big decision, the referee. That's a great roll. That's a free kick. It's just outside, but it's a free kick all day long. Lucky boy.
Roberts. Here's Kavanagh. Sharma tried his luck and that wasn't far away.
Well, they're still having a go at the referee. The players are all round them, Man United players.
Like Wigan, it's the first ever major cup final for Alan Wiley, who was in charge when the teams met at Old Trafford in the Premiership just before Christmas. United won 4-0 that night.
I mean, it amazes me, Alan, if it's not a free kick, then surely Saha should be getting booked for a theatrical dive. The referee judges there was nothing there.
Zeu involved in a couple of contentious incidents early on here. Kavanagh did well to win that for Wigan. And it goes to Teal, Roberts and Camara in the box. Good early ball as well. Quite accurate enough. Now Ronaldo on the break for United. Sahara's peeled away into a great position. Bullard's tackle was great as well.
Well, you just wondered for a minute there. Jimmy Bullard's played it off the left-hand side. He's just got a bit narrow at times.
And then a misunderstanding between Baines and Bullard gives Rooney possession. Ronaldo ahead of him. It is Ronaldo. Took a wild swing at it.
You can't believe this. The chances that Manchester United are having.
Zaha. Here's Ronaldo. A nudge on Baines, who stood strong.
Well, once again, Rooney was brilliant there.
Ronaldo looking for Rooney, but much too deep this time. Well, the first 19 minutes has flown by, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been good. It has been good. Just wants a bit of composure, you know, in front of goal. There's been a couple of wild swipes. Park, Ronaldo just. And they've had opportunities. They work the goalkeeper.
Leading scorers in the competition this season, and they've had 9 different goal scorers. But despite a host of early chances, they haven't found the net yet.
Well, what will be very clear in a lot of these players' minds and the managers will be the performance in the FA Cup last year when they absolutely dominated Arsenal, did everything but score. I don't know what happened in penalties.
There's O'Shea, who's missed half a dozen games with a rib injury, looking to pick out Giggs. Really excited about something down there. Zaha. Zeu on the halfway line. Don't often see him that far forward other than for set pieces. His gamble paid off. United have conceded the throw. I mentioned that Manchester United have been top scorers in the Carling Cup this season. Well, Wigan kept a clean sheet in each of their first 5 ties. Arsenal are the only team who've scored against them in the semi-final at Highbury. Park. Zaha. Pinging around in that middle third. Now Bullard. Baines on the overlap. Bullard, it's opened up for the shot, and he didn't disappoint.
Nicely done, well worked. Nice football, quick, precise. Give him go, nobody comes to close him down here. He runs an awful long way before O'Shea decides to go. Can't do more than what the goalkeeper.
Brown. Now Sylvestre. In his 4th cup final as a United player. Rooney, O'Shea, in behind Neville.
That was well worked. Pity about the last ball. That's when they've worked Bullard quite well. Tucked in from the left-hand side. There's a big gap there. I can bet that Gary Neville won't be shy and trotting into it anytime we can.
Wigan are on their longest run for 4 years without a win, by the way. 3 draws and 3 defeats in their last half a dozen fixtures. Well, you never guess it. They're confident and abrasive and spectacular as ever in the way they've started this game. Roberts holding it up here. Bullard takes over, finds Cabin. Zaya. Chimbonda. Looking for Shana.
He's a threat here, Paul Sharner. I've seen that already in his short career at Wigan. He was fairly effective last week against Tottenham in that department.
Midway through the first half, still goalless at the Millennium Stadium. Well, United have had the best chances so far. Wigan have started in the same positive manner they brought to their first ever season in the Premiership. There's Neville. O'Shea. Almost crowded out of it. And then almost found Sahar, who was in fact offside. What's your take on the surprise selection of Sahar ahead of Van Nistelrooy, Andy?
Well, according to Sir Alex Ferguson, it wasn't a surprise. He said he would definitely play. I have to say I am. And if I was Ruud van Nistelrooy, I'd be absolutely gutted. Top goal scorer in the country. Most lethal goal scorer, I think. Most genuine finisher I think United have got, and he doesn't play in the only cup final they're going to play in this year.
Good bounce there. Ferdinand deals with it. As does Onshaw on the halfway line for Wigan. Fouled then by Roberts on Brown. Prouder man in this stadium than Dave Whelan, who took over Wigan 11 years ago this month. His first game, Hartlepool in the old third division. 1,400 people attended it.
Yeah, and you'll know exactly how Mike Pollock's feeling, won't he, Dave Whelan? And he gone off in a cup final himself many years ago.
Yeah, 1960, playing for Blackburn against Wolves. Free kick here for United, and the first test perhaps for the substitute keeper Phelan. Ronaldo, who scored twice in 3 games at the Millennium, goes for goal!
It was far enough out that he could put as much power as he wanted into it. Failed to do the most important thing though, and that's hit the target. Never really came close. As soon as it left his foot, it was moving away. They've settled a bit now, Wigan. 25 minutes in. Could be down, they're not.
Yes, there'll be relief on the Wigan bench. They've withstood that whirlwind start from United and the loss of their goalkeeper. Ireland's clearance. Is out to Ferdinand, now Neville. Looking to hit Park in behind Chimbonda.
Super ball.
Giggs teed it up for the cross, fooled everybody with the short ball to Sylvestre. Unshow met the cross. And Giggs with a very ambitious effort.
Hugely ambitious. Good possession from Manchester United early on. Not as dominant as it might seem.
Ireland has cause to remember Manchester United with some bitterness, by the way. He was in the Blackburn team that was relegated from the Premiership a few years ago, and United held them to a 0-0 draw that night at Ewood Park.
In Charlotte, but I don't think he has a case. I thought he did foul John O'Shea. He's just a little frustrated because, as I've said, that was an area where against Tottenham he did really well last week. And a lot of headers helped on his front too. But today, O'Shea's been pretty good against him. And he's won most of them. Another big reason I think there's a big plus being in there.
Ferdinand's free kick. He's looking for Sahar. Scoops it forward. Bonders header, Bullard. Clever from Camera. Now Roberts. Camera.
Oh, he asked a lot there, Leighton Baines. Might have gone square at the Bullard. To the killer ball.
Every kick. Lost all 3 of his league matches against Manchester United as a manager, all by the same scoreline, by the way, 4-0. Zaha's header on. Rooney almost played it through to Giggs, who's still battling for possession here. Chimbonda's header away. Oh.
Super tracking from Graham Kavanagh there. Giggs would have been through.
Roberts tries to take on Brown on the outside and might have been fouled.
I don't think there's a mate about it. Whereas Brown quite happy to give a free kick away there on the touchline.
Bullard. Kavanagh. And on to Baines. Looking for Camera. Neville got there first. Wigan's throw. And Mr. Roy sent from the bench to warm up. As Wigan's attack continues here. Henri Camera loses out to O'Shea. Zaha up against De Zeu. And the big Dutchman, brave as ever. Second attempt and finds Giggs. Now Ronaldo. On to Rooney. Lovely ball inside for Park, but just too much on it in the end.
Getting an awful lot of space at times, Manchester United players. And you just feel if Wigan continue to concede that, we're going to concede a few more chances.
Roberts adjusts to backed into Brown. United's 6th appearance in the League Cup final. It's a record that only Liverpool and Aston Villa have bettered over the years, but surprisingly, as you've heard, they've won the trophy only once. They beat Nottingham Forest in the final 14 years ago. Giggs. Rooney. That's mine, and I'm having it, said Rooney, who finds Zaha. It was a lovely turn by him. Rooney's still in there battling. As was De Zeu. Ronaldo's cross. Away by Kavanagh. Ronaldo fooled Bullard. But he stuck at it well, Jimmy Bullard. And in the end, Ronaldo's made to look rather foolish. But United have it back.
Well, he does do some brilliant things, Ronaldo. Some great feet. Just overdoes it for me too often. He'd skint Bullard there and he could have crossed it quite easily.
As Giggs plays it in, Zaha well placed. O'Shea. Ronaldo. More straightforward cross this time. Away by Onshow. Terrific header back in, but too much. Too strong in the end by Sylvestre.
Good defending in the end all round from Wigan. Out with the ball in the box pretty well.
Won by Kavanagh. Wonderful atmosphere here. Even the VIP seats, something like 900 of them, have been handed over by the sponsors to genuine fans today. So not a prawn sandwich in sight.
I don't know, I had a couple earlier. Well, no better stage to announce yourself back in goal-scoring terms and in a cup final. And it's not brilliant play. United have played well, but this is a big lump down the pitch, and they just get in each other's way. Chimbonda and De Zeu, they beat each other up. There's no real danger, he's lost the ball. Chimbonda gets in the way, and from then you just feared the worst. Because when this young man gets in those sort of situations, he doesn't usually disappoint. Comfortable finish in the end.
Well, Rooney first burst on the scene in a League Cup tie when he scored twice for Everton against Wrexham. His first ever senior goals, and he hadn't scored again in the competition until a few seconds ago. He was 16, by the way, when he got those goals for Everton, becoming their youngest ever goal scorer. And how many records has he broken since then? One thing he doesn't have, remarkably, is a winner's medal. Here's Giggs. Sahar in the middle, and it was Rooney there to meet it again.
Didn't quite catch it, it was a little high. They're carving him apart at times. The possession's been excellent, Manchester United. Too many players are in too much space. The game is so stretched, and I think when you get a game stretched like it is, then it suits the better team and the better players. And no one can argue. The better players are in red shirts.
Rooney moves it out this time to Kavanagh. Well, Wigan have shown time and time again this season they have the character to come back. Bullard for them. Neville's challenge. Whoops. O'Shea slipped with no one near him and recovered well. But Roberts is powerful. Camera's layoff to Shana.
Yeah, he'll get the free kick. The referee did well. He was quite prepared to allow advantage if any was gained by Wigan. As soon as they lost possession, he was quite happy to give the free kick. Might be a little far. Need to be pretty special from this distance to beat Edwin van der Sar.
Dutch keeper playing in his first ever cup final in English football, lines up a four-man wall. Cameron and Bullard over the ball for Wigan. Looks as though it's going to be Bullard. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You can't play it at that pace and beat him from there when he gets a good look at it, unless he does something horribly wrong. I wouldn't have said the goal was coming, but Manchester United really have looked threatening in this game.
Ronaldo's flick on, Sahar was behind him, but so was Onshow. Teal, Chimbonda. 10 games, by the way, since Wigan has kept a clean sheet in any competition. Bullard for them. Bates in early. Shana's head and misdirected. The camera's there to regain possession. Baines with the cross. Roberts went for it, and so did O'Shea.
He's done that well today, John O'Shea. When the centre-backs have got split and there's been distance in between them, he's just dropped in there, he's filled the gap and dealt with it.
Roberts. Ferdinand stabs the cross away from danger. Chimbonda, Kavanagh, bit short that, invited the interception from Rooney. Finds Neville. Ronaldo eager to get possession again. Ronaldo. Neville. On by Giggs, but played it into the space Sahar had just left.
Shading most things at the moment, Manchester United.
Brown sees the route back to his goalkeeper, cut off, and concedes the throw-in. Shea getting it back, but it's fallen kindly for Roberts. As he played it through, Teal was offside anyway.
Baines was making a lovely run as well from the left back. Didn't see him.
Minutes of the half remaining. Wayne Rooney's goal separates the sides. Sylvestre. Glorious ball for Neville. Baines. Roberts, good header. Camera's there. Should have done better, really.
West Brown did well. He just gambled that Camera was going to play it first time and dropped off immediately.
Park. No free kick. Kavanagh.
Not for me either. It was a good little tussle between Teal and Park there.
Zeo heads it back. Brown calmly finds Sylvestre. Big week of international football coming up for you. Back in this stadium on Wednesday night, it's Wales against Paraguay, one of England's World Cup opponents, of course. 8 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. On Sky Sports 2, Republic of Ireland play Sweden. And also we've got Scotland against Switzerland on Sky Sports 3. Shana going for the return ball, then he left it. Bullard. Elaborate camera. Swept his shot high.
That's a chance. Make no mistake about that. Dropped it on beautifully. There was no pace on the ball. All he got to do here is just concentrate and striking it properly. Gets enough power in it, but doesn't get anywhere like the direction he wanted.
Despite their FA Cup defeat at Liverpool, United have won 6 of their last 8 games. Very much the form team of the two. And 5 minutes to half-time, they lead here.
Oh, what's important for Wigan is to stay in the game. 1-0, that's the case.
Sahar. Away to Ronaldo. Neville. Ronaldo again. That's easy for Baines. Ooh, Filan scooped the clearance. Sahar. Zale hammered it against him, and it's fallen to Giggs. With the early ball for Roberts to chase. Ferdinand, as ever, anticipates the danger before it happens.
Yeah, they'd like to have done that more often, I think, first half. Got Ferdinand and Brown turning towards their own goal with Roberts and Camera after it.
Ronaldo rather carelessly gives it away. Neville. Giggs. To Ronaldo, he used his arm then.
They've done all right, Wigan. And that early start from Manchester United when Rooney hit the crossbar. Might have caught them cold, but they didn't. And apart from that, just, I wouldn't say it's sloppy, but careless bit of defending between the Zui and Chimbonda. They might well be going in level.
So misjudged the header. Ireland going long, looking perhaps for Roberts. Camera was in behind him. Bullard. Every chance to get that ahead of Baines, but he's given it away. And Teal almost arrived in the nick of time. Kavanagh. United their own worst enemies there. Baines' cross against Neville. He claims it was handball. The referee's not interested.
Well, that's a more difficult one because Gary Neville was a fair way off the ball. I thought it struck his arm, no doubt about it. A little frustration from Paul Jewell, I'll bet. He thinks it's handball. I think that's a sloppy foul that they've given away.
Referee clamping down on a bit of dissent there on the field.
And this is one, you see, I mean, Gary Neville's a fair way away and the arms go up. And I think there's a case for a free kick to be given there. And that earlier cross from Leighton Baines was an absolute gem. It's just a pity for Wigan that no one took a little gamble.
Roberts still arguing the toss there with Mr. Wiley, but it is a United free kick now. Sylvestre. Sahar in the centre, Park was behind him, well placed, but Wigan clear their lines. Kavanagh looking for the run by Roberts. Never on the cover. And Roberts has lost him. Still there.
That was a super header from Wes Brown. But how easy was Gary Neville beating him? You really should not be allowing Roberts to beat him so easily. Just a couple of balls that have been played long. Cameron Roberts have posed a little problem.
Any collision there on the halfway line, which I think will result in a free kick to United. Should do.
I mean, that's clumsy, much as anything. But this is what, when he's got him there, he should be keeping him there. And I think he gets beat, goes to the ground and gets beat. But what a good header this is. Really difficult, faced his own goal. Dipping ball, thought he dealt with it really well.
Shauna right behind him, he needed to.
Just the last 3 or 4 minutes. I think Wigan, if they needed a little boost, it will have been a couple of long balls that they've just played over the top. And the opportunities have been there.
And the manager, and Chris Hutchings is number 2. Won't be too downhearted, I'm sure. They've come back well from the blow of losing their first choice goalkeeper early on and losing a goal subsequently. Zay will have to go off, having needed treatment on the field. It's rather a ludicrous situation now. Tezeo having been injured, he's got to stay off the field rather than defend the free kick.
And Rooney's got to stay off. It is ridiculous, isn't it?
Just about everybody seems to believe so, but no one prepared to do anything about it, it seems. Ferdinand knocks it short. Now both players can race back on. Sylvestre, Park, Sylvestre again, and show with a good tackle. Plays it forward to the pacey Chimbonda. Cleared by Brown, who's having an excellent game. Bullard, foul on him. Midway through the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Teal. Camera again loses out to Brown. A yellow card subsequently for Oyan Tezeo after that challenge on Wayne Rooney. One shot, knocking it in long, too long for Roberts. Neville. This is Baines, and now Bullard.
Quite sure who's thinking
that. It was on for the invisible man in the outside left position. And that, I would think, will probably be the final meaningful action of the half. Zaha. Here's Ronaldo. Neville. He's chasing this down. I don't know if De Gea realised that. He has now. It's half-time at the Millennium Stadium. Wayne Rooney struck the Wigan crossbar early on, but then found the net in the 33rd minute, ending a 13-match streak without a goal for him. And that was unlucky for Wigan, who were unluckier still earlier on in the half when they lost their first-choice goalkeeper, Mike Pollitt, to an injury. John Filan replaced him. Hasn't had too much to do since, as Wigan have come back with typical determination here against the favourites, Manchester United. But they still go off at half-time in the Carling Cup final, trailing by 1-0. Well, here's a worrying statistic if you're a Wigan fan. Only once in the last 4 years have Manchester United lost to another English team after taking the lead, and that was against Chelsea. So it'll take something special for Wigan to turn this final around, but Wigan have been defying the odds ever since they won promotion to the Premiership, and all the bookmakers to a man made them favourites to go straight back down again. It's an amazing thought that Paul Jewell's club were non-leaguers, not even elected to the Football League, when Manchester United had already celebrated becoming champions of Europe. Such is the difference in history and tradition between these two clubs. Manchester United will get the second half underway here, leading by 1-0. Wayne Rooney, the scorer. Gary Neville will be lifting his first ever trophy as Manchester United's captain. Chimbonda finding Camara. There's Bullard coming in from the left touchline. Camara trying to go between O'Shea and Brown.
He's got to do better than that, Henry Camara. Lads weren't happy with him in the studio, I'm surprised. He is iffy to me. Never sure what you're going to get from him. Sometimes can be breathtaking, but he's really been on the periphery of this game. He's not done enough.
Giggs, Park, and now Silvestre. Blocked by Teal, who is the only Wigan player who's played in every single round of the competition this season. Chimbonda got up well against Park. Zaha. And now it's a Wigan throw. Camara back to Chimbonda. Taken well by Camara. Teal on the right. United win it back, and that could be costly here for Wigan. Zaha. Great interception by De Gea. Bullard, that's a good ball. Shana. Camara lines up the shot.
Yeah, two good blocks from Ferdinand then. Stayed on his feet very quickly.
Kavanagh, positive start here by Wigan to the second half. And Roberts might have had his shirt pulled then, and that's how the referee saw it.
Nothing wrong with that. If the referee feels that's the case, it's a free kick, simple as that. You can argue all the like. It's a little too close, Gary Neville. He's tugging away at the shirt. I don't know what his argument is.
Well, again, it's a long way out. But is this an opportunity for Wigan to draw level early in the second half here?
It's certainly hittable from there.
Clever. Baines driving it in the end, but United were equal to it.
That's clever. Referee almost got in the way.
I'm sure Onshaw knew that Rooney was so close to him then. Roberts header on. Camera beaten to it by Brown. De Zeu.
This is a decent start for Wigan, beginning the second half. Trying to take the game to Manchester United.
Teal can't keep it in play.
Just get the feeling there's a chance or two in this United side still. That's going to be the key.
As Brown finds Neville. Shea just closed down. And Sharna in midfield.
It's better. It wasn't enough of that. I just said the game was so open first half. There's no real pressure, no real tackles in United. That was better from Sharna.
Willard. Baines. Over the head of camera, easy for Ferdinand. Now Neville. Rooney. And Baines did well against the United goal scorer then. De Zeu. And Shea finds Ronaldo. It's Giggs now for Manchester United, with Sylvester attacking down the left. On to Park. Giggs. Good possession this for United. Brown. Into Rooney. Now Camera. Just got caught by Brown. In a hurry to get on with it. Chimbonda for that. Poor ball, really. Gave Roberts a little chance of winning that.
That's all right, though.
It's Camera again, and he's got inside the defender. Brilliant skill.
Well, that's what I mean about him. He's frustrated the life out of Paul Joe for 50 minutes, and then he comes up with something like this. Leaves Rio Ferdinand absolutely for dead there. It's a tight angle, but he really does strike it very, very well. That's a good save.
And a disappointing corner dropped in short, giving Rooney the chance to counter-attack here for United. He's up against Baines, who did well again.
Is that ball just turned over the top, just not aimed at anyone, just into the space, sent to Roberts, sent to Camera, go after it, do something, create something. And he certainly did that.
Brown. And Baines there first again. Good steady game he's had, even though he's been up against the trickery of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ferdinand into Sahar. Neville. Sahar wants it back. Now Giggs. Ronaldo. Careless. Willard easily intercepted. Oh, that's great play. Sharna. Teal unmarked on the right, and he's picked him out. He's got Roberts ahead of him. Sharna's kept his run going as well.
Did well, Wes Brown, but that was a chance. That was a real chance. Teal could have found Sharna back post again.
But now it's United on the break with Rooney. Sahar well placed in the centre. Over his head.
Oh, I thought he should have played Ronaldo in.
Corner.
Oh, they're attacking their own fans as well. They were quiet at half-time, the Wigan fans, but they've suddenly come to life. We've seen the team start really well, but they have to keep the door shut at the other end. That break from Rooney is just a little example, if he needed it, of what can happen if they're sloppy at the back.
Last corner dropped in short, not this one. And Ronaldo was a bit slow there to realise that Kavanagh was closing him down. But now Ronaldo's got away and the free kick has gone Wigan's way.
Did you see that?
No. Mystified me.
nudge, I guess, but couldn't have been much. Theo comes in, he just says that there, there's a foul.
It's the Wigan fans making the noise at the moment. Bullard with the free kick. Right into the heart of that defence where Ferdinand rose highest. Rooney's layoff to Sahar. Oh, good tackle again to stop United getting any further forward.
Good pressure. Shut the goalkeeper off, he had no ball back. And he's done well, Sylvester, I have to say, he's done really well.
Giggs, wonderful trickery from Giggs. Whatever Ronaldo can do, so can he. And it's the Portuguese star he picks out. Neville, Sahar, unmarked! And gets there at the second attempt! Manchester United double their lead, and it's Louis Sahar who scored it every single tie he's played this season. The competition's leading scorer gives Manchester United a 2-0 advantage.
Well, I told you there was another chance in this team. It's just a matter of whether they took it or not. I just wonder if Chimbonda could have done more. You see Sahar coming in from that far side. Chimbonda could see him all the way. Gary Neville has spent years doing this, making that kind of run. And Chimbonda just, to me, switches off totally. It just doesn't react. He has to go in. He has to see out Sahar. He cannot stand and watch him walk into the middle of the goal. Not in a cup final. Because this is what happens. Your team are 2 down. Justification, as if he needed it, of his team selection.
10 minutes into the second half, Louis Sahar selected ahead of United's leading scorer, Ruud van Nistelrooy, who watches from behind the net. Has doubled United's lead here. And off they go again, looking for a third. Sahar, in the first cup final of his career, has just made life a lot more difficult for Paul Jewell and Wigan. Byron's clearance under pressure. Sylvester heading it back in. Well, we've said so often before this season what character this Wigan side have. They're facing an enormous test of their character now. Zayn, Chimbonda, here's Bullard. It's a United throw.
It's amazing football though. I'm just thinking back to that goal. And Wigan really had the press on. 2 of them shut off the goalkeeper. Sylvester was facing his own goal. He was running out of space. He was under pressure. But he worked his socks off and he used his ability, and suddenly United sprung them from left to right. The second goal. And that is amazing what happens in this game.
And the second goal that came against the run of play after Wigan's marvellous start to the second half here. Kavanagh for that. Teal gets his cross in. Roberts well placed. Oh, brilliant from Van der Sar in the end.
No, they did well. Rio Ferdinand did well initially as well. He needs a call from his keeper, he needs a bit of a shout, he didn't get it. So he had to try and deal with it. He got a bit of help in the end from the goalie.
Last corner, and it's Sahar who heads it away. He's maintained his amazing record in this competition. 13 goals now in 15 ties for Fulham and Manchester United.
Well, he scored every round this run, hasn't he? The only game he didn't play in was against Barnet. I think it was first game.
Eyebrows were raised when he was on that team sheet. But as ever, Sir Alex Ferguson knew exactly what he was doing. Teal onto Chimbonda.
They just have to be careful, Wigan, when they're playing and they're pressing. The same thing happens again, because Manchester United are capable of doing it again.
Neville really chasing here with De Zeu on show. Oh, he's given it away to Zaha, and Rooney's on mark, and so too is Cristiano Ronaldo. And that should be game, set and match, even though there's over half an hour to go.
Well, it's good night. To be fair, if I had a body like that, I'd have whipped my shirt off by now as well, I tell you. But this is just it's their own undoing. They don't deal with it, they're comfortable. Stefan Onshow doesn't use the goalkeeper, and that's awful. He knows that. And he's spoilt for choice now, Zaha. Could have picked out Rooney, decided to go for Ronaldo. And he didn't disappoint, Portuguese lad. It's a lovely finish across the goalkeeper. I'm afraid the dream has just ended.
Manchester United goal scorer 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he loves the Millennium Stadium.
He's getting booked, Alan, that's what he's getting now.
Yeah, it was inevitable, I'm afraid. He scored here now, though, in the FA Cup semi-final, the FA Cup final, and now the Carling Cup final.
I think the referee's just jealous of what he saw when he whipped his shot off, isn't he?
Manchester United 3, Wigan Athletic 0. Wigan don't deserve to be on the end of a scoreline like that, but this can be a very cruel game.
Well, football at the highest level, Alan, is sometimes dictated by your finishers, your people at the top end of the pitch, your creative players. And I think that's been the difference today in Rooney, Zaha and Ronaldo in particular. I think those three have had a huge influence in this game.
Just over 4 minutes between United's second and third goals. And then in the mood for another.
This has got a familiar feeling for Paul Joe. 3 times against Alex Ferguson's side, 3 times it's been 4-0.
Giggs flies one in. Ferdinand's gone for it, and it is 4! Rooney has scored again!
Well, they're absolutely shell-shocked. And the trouble when you play Manchester United is that they don't give up, they don't switch off, they just don't deal with it. There's no real reaction here. To be fair, Rio Ferdinand does his job. He keeps the ball in play, he keeps the ball alive as it just pops up here. Knocks it down, and it's a simple task for Wayne Rooney in the end from that close. What I'm saying about United, they're not one of these sides who get 2 up and then just shut up shop and don't go for any more. He might get on now, he might get half hour.
3 goals in 16 second half minutes, and the Carling Cup is on its way to Old Trafford. Glum faces at the Wigan end. McCulloch has just come on for Wigan. Onshow, the player he's replaced, and his lucky mascot tradition against Manchester United has just run out. He won virtually every time he played against them in his Liverpool days, but not today.
You just wonder that mistake he made. That all-important third goal you have to feel. Would they say after getting away with 2 handballs in a cup final?
Yeah.
As against Arsenal, maybe. It's just even itself out for Stefan Onshow.
Sean has dropped back now into defence for Wigan. No player has ever scored a hat-trick, by the way, in a League Cup final. Rooney is on one now.
Well,
and this could be it. It's Wayne Rooney. Oh, so close.
if he wasn't so good, you'd give him a rollicking. I'm telling you. Because he should just be putting his foot through this and doing what Ronaldo did, smashing it across the goalkeeper into the far corner, and then he just might have created a little bit of history. Too cute, too clever there for himself.
If he wasn't built like that, you might give him a rollicking as well. There'll be no rollicking from the Glazer family. They come all the way from Florida, where I guess it's a little bit warmer than it is in South Wales today, and they're about to see the first trophy of their reign in charge. Wigan have fallen apart here early in the second half, but there's no, well, I was going to say there's no excuse for tricks like that, but I suppose when you're 4-0 up, you feel
No.
that.
Actually, Jason Roberts did well. He tried to half him in two, if you like.
Yes, he did.
I don't think it's a time for showboating. And no, not for me. You can see the boys, the two front men, not very happy with that. They win the game fine.
You have to respect your opponents.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, Ryan Giggs was very quickly over to him. I think a little work when Ronaldo's here, so hey, we don't do that at this club.
Right. Neville now up against a different sort of problem in McCullough. Lee McCullough came on as a substitute in the aftermath of the fourth United goal. Neville.
Sharma now dropped into that centre-back position. One-show going off.
Offside there, on the camera. Incidentally, the biggest ever winning margins since the competition became just a one-off final. They used to play two legs many years ago. The biggest winning margin is 3 goals. It's been achieved by Oxford against Queen's Park Rangers back in 1986, and then 10 years later by Aston Villa against Leeds United. So that's another target here for Manchester United, who have a 4-goal margin at the moment. Not the day out they were hoping for.
The best part of 25 minutes still to go.
Rooney's shot, deflected back. Gerrard. There's Till. They've got 2 players over here, including Baines. And he's picked out the fullback. He might have been better advised to go for goal himself.
Well, I'm not quite sure what he had in mind. I think he's trying to drop it into camera on the volley. Difficult piece of skill, but they broke well. Wayne Rooney lost the ball, a little casual, but look at Rooney chasing back. He knows his response, but he's just trying to drop this in front of camera. It's been better getting a hold of it. It's damage limitation now for Wigan. I just like to see him score, if I'm being honest, as a neutral. It's been such a brilliant rise. They've had a fantastic season. They're not going to cap it off with a cup final win, but a cup final goal would be something to take home.
Well, they went over 9 hours before they even conceded a goal in the competition this season, but then those 3 goals in the space of 16 minutes have flattened them. And it looks as though Johansson might be getting his chance.
That was British jersey on, wasn't it? I think it was Ziegler.
And Sylvester knocks it long. O'Shea. Park well advanced there, but Chimbonda beat him to it.
Well, he tracked him back well enough there, Chimbonda, when Park went in that little run. Still don't know where he went for the second goal.
Bullard on to Kavanagh. Baines. Plenty of choice in the middle, but it's Van der Sar who claims it.
Well, they worked out really well. McCullough ran Gary Neville away. Baines was happy to trot on. Ronaldo didn't track him. Pity about the cross.
O'Shea didn't really look where he was playing that. He's got away with it though. Sylvester. Wigan have done so well this season, haven't they? 40 points, which would have guaranteed them Premiership safety in 6 of the previous 7 seasons. And they've still got 11 games to play, of course, as Paul Jules said marvellously this week. Some people thought we wouldn't get 40 corners, never mind 40 points. But the final could end in humiliation here as Neville goes down and the referee waves aside the vocal pleas for a penalty.
I'll tell you what, if it was 0-0 there'd be some uproar here. I think he does really well getting everyone. He gets in front of McCulloch, and that's a real clumsy challenge by the Wigan player, and got away with that.
Teal's cross. Baines on the back post. He's claiming it was a handball, and Rooney, if he did handle it, has also got away with it.
Well, I think this is one of those. I think it probably does hit his arm, but well, how close is he? That's not a penalty. Afraid not. If it had struck the left arm and it was hanging out like that, might have been. No.
And the Sar managed to find a way through that crowded 6-yard box. And launches it for Ronaldo to chase. Kavanagh got there first.
I wonder what John Filan's thinking here.
Yeah. Standing goalkeeper, beaten 4 times. A dozen games this season and just 1 in this competition. But he's felt the full force of Manchester United's formidable attacking options in this second half. Zayn. McCulloch's header across the box to Teal. Goulart. And now Chimbonda. And Paul Jewell said they weren't coming here for a day out, and I'm quite sure he really meant that, and he really hammered that message home to his players. So they will be as disappointed as Arsenal might have been, the team they beat in the semi-final, if they were on the wrong end of this scoreline. Teal's cross, McCulloch on the back post. Neville's head has gone straight to him. Kavanagh. United in control in every sense. Sahar offside here.
Wigan Athletics substitution.
And as you can see,
Graham Kavanagh.
the second change has been made by Paul Jewell. Graham Kavanagh playing his first major cup final after more than 500 games in his career. Goes off to be replaced by the man who's on loan from Tottenham Hotspur, Rito Ziegler, just 20. Ronaldo got smacked in the face there, an accident I'm pretty sure, with Baines.
A little clash of heads here, Baines down as well.
All smiles now.
He's gone off. He'll be disappointed because I think he's actually quite enjoyed it today. You can't enjoy a 4-0 lead in a cup final, and then you never will. But certainly a game he'd wanted to stay on. But Sir Alex, I think, keen to give Kieran Richardson a little go.
And a goal for Ronaldo as well, of course. His third in 4 appearances here at the Millennium.
Now Park will probably just come over to the right-hand side. Richardson stay on the left.
Arm round the shoulder from Sir Alex. That means a lot. Richardson on for his first ever major cup final at the age of 21. O'Shea forward to Giggs. Into the space for Sahar, just too strong. Baines. Ziegler. Willard. Baines screaming for the ball back out on the left flank. And it's gone right instead. Willard, Chimbonda. Teal. Into Roberts. He's had little change out of Wes Brown today. Intelligent layoff from Louis Sahar to Gary Neville. Park. And Neville thundering forward again, enjoying himself. The freedom a 4-0 scoreline brings. Captain's cross deflected. Awkward one that was for Leon Dezeu. Ziegler. Ferdinand didn't mean to do that. It's gone straight to Roberts, but again, Brown, who must be a man of the match contender, was there to knock it clear. But I suppose Wayne Rooney, Andy, with his 2 goals, will be right in the frame too.
Yeah, the lads will decide, obviously. But goal scorers win matches and win cup finals.
Sharna taking a chance there against Sahar. Culloch. Baines. All is quiet at the Wigan end of the ground. An occasion they probably never thought they would live to see has turned sour for them. Camera. Can they at least get a goal back here, Wigan Athletic? That was a chance. But enough men in the box. Richardson. Sylvestre. There's O'Shea, who slotted effortlessly into midfield after his long absence. Midfield, the area of real concern, of course, to United at the moment, especially with the loss of Alan Smith, who presumably is watching somewhere. We wish him all the best in his recovery. Park to Sahar.
There's a little bit of keep ball at the moment.
Rooney. Sahar unmarked, and Park was in there too.
He was unlucky. Just couldn't get enough on it. It's only his toe. He makes a pretty good run here. Decent ball in as well. It's not enough on it. No, absolutely no rush anytime they get the ball now, United. Using up possession, popping it about the pitch.
Park did well again. Rooney. Just ran into Dezeu. Quite a collision that. 2 real footballing heavyweights. Roberts did well. Bullard. Up to Teal on the right. Wigan fans have found their voices again. Can their team find the net? Almost.
Oh, well done, Gary Neville. That's when you know the defender's aware of what's around them. Because this has got own goal written all over it. It's a brilliant run from Teal. But Gary Neville knows there's only one player, McCulloch, behind him. And he isn't tempted to stick out the leg and try and deal with this. He just lets it run across him. He knows there's nobody behind him.
Not the way he would have wished to mark his first ever final as a skipper of the club he worships, of course. Oh, lovely ball that was. Gibbs to Rooney, on to Sahar. Now Park. O'Shea. Chimbonda just loses out this time. Sylvestre stepping in to win it again and find Giggs. The ball through to Park. No matter how many times people tell Wigan Athletic how well they've done in the league this season and how well they've done to reach a first major final, this will feel like a humiliation, Andy, to their players.
A little, yeah.
Baines. Wanted it back. Roberts. Here's Bullard. Shana. Ziegler. Now McCullough. Bullard. Tail. Decent effort, wasn't it?
Why not have a goal? Why not try? You just step off him a little bit. Manchester United, Ryan Giggs doesn't really go and close him down. Offers him the opportunity to just step forward and hit this. Just not control it the way he would have liked.
Is the scoreline in any way flattering to United, do you feel? She thinks so.
I don't know. Four sounds harsh. I just keep thinking back to the second goal, Alan, at the period in the match when Wigan had started the second half so well. They were pushing forward, and then suddenly the second goal, they break on them from one end of the pitch to the other, and that second goal was key.
Rather eerie feel to the final 10 minutes here at the Millennium Stadium. Everyone knows what the outcome's going to be. Only the margin of United's victory is in doubt. Ziegler. This is Teal. Useful cross, Camara's header.
There'll be another couple of changes, I think. We're going to get a few minutes. The new boys, Vidic, Evra, both look like they're coming on. Give them a little taste of what this is about.
Sahar's header on, Rooney pursuing it. This is the 44th game of Manchester United's season, by the way. Only Liverpool have played more than them. And of course, they're 15 points behind Chelsea, out of the FA Cup, out of Europe. They were desperate to win this one, and that's what they've done. Neville. Giggs gives it away to Ziegler. McCullough, and now Bullard for Wigan, who keep playing and will do right to the end, I'm sure. Even though the stuffing has been knocked out of them, really. It was from, well, just about the hour mark. Referee drawing the players' attention to the changes that are about to happen. Patrice Evra on the right of the picture, and Nemanja Vidic coming on. Mikhail Silvestre the first to be substituted. About to win his fifth major medal as a United player. On in his place is Evra, who did play in the Champions League final, of course, for Monaco only a couple of years ago. Wes Brown gets a deserved standing ovation from the United fans for his performance. In his place, Vidic, first cup final for him within 2 months of joining United, and he stays on the bench.
Every picture tells a story, eh?
Here's Rooney on a hat-trick. Wonder denying it this time. Almost a bit of confusion at the back for Wigan.
Well, I guess that's the only thing left now we can talk about and wonder, will Rooney create a bit of League Cup history by getting that hat-trick? Wouldn't surprise anybody, would it?
Certainly not. Or can Wigan get a goal back? Small consolation though it would be. Pushing the back there, the first contribution of Vidic is to give away a free kick. 6 minutes to go in the Carling Cup final. Whipped in by Ziegler, and easily cleared. But here's Chimbonda, and the man from the Caribbean keeps on running. O'Shea gets it away. They've got an awful lot of players forward here, Wigan. Slightly unreal feel to the final now.
Just look at Wayne Rooney's appetite here. Game's over, game's won. We're in the 85th minute. And he's still chasing everything down. Not to be young again, eh?
Tail. Doing that well by Evra, who's involved again. Careless ball gives Wigan unexpected possession as we move into the final 5 minutes here. Baines. Ziegler. Crossed by Baines, looking for Roberts, who only headed it the wrong way. Chimbonda. Teal. It just won't happen with it.
No, full match for them, they haven't given up. He said he wanted his team to give their all, to play at their best. They've certainly given their all, they couldn't have worked any harder. Have they been at their best? Probably not. I think they maybe in hindsight been a little too open, certainly for my liking. I think you play against very good sides and you're as open as they've been all game. And you can get picked off at times, and I think that's happened to them.
Important now, I guess, for Wigan that they get this out of their system and get back to winning ways again in the Premiership. Guess who their next fixture is? Manchester United. But he will still feel very proud about his club's progress, and rightly so. Who would have dreamed just 10 years ago they were bottom of the entire Football League and facing the possibility of relegation to the Conference. Even when Paul Jewell took over, he had a torrid start as the manager of Wigan. They were one place off the bottom, and they got knocked out of the FA Cup by Canvey Island at home. So everything really that has happened in the last few years has been a dream come true for Wigan Athletic, and that must never be forgotten. They met their match, and how, here today. Rooney off on one of those Royal Rovers runs again. Baines. Shot out. The Austrian finds Bullard. And on to Chimbonda. Now just waiting for that inevitable final whistle, and then the show will begin, and it's quite a show they put on here. The presentation of the trophy, something worth staying on to watch. As Chimbonda looks for camera, Ferdinand cleared it against the Wigan player. Goal kick.
I don't think there'll be too many Wigan players staying back for that one somehow.
No, they'll go up first for their losers' medals, of course. But for many of these players who might never have dreamed of playing in a cup final, that'll still be something to treasure.
Well, today is not the time for reflection for them, I would suggest. That's for the future. But that, I think they had their cup final. I really believe that. And that was against Arsenal in the semi. Fantastic achievement to come through against Arsenal. Brilliant night at Highbury for them. That last minute crucial goal from Jason Roberts brought them here. So that, to me, they've been in a cup final. This have just met a side who are just too good for them on the day.
And United have avoided the embarrassment of going 2 consecutive seasons without a trophy for what would have been the first time in 17 years. And flatten that before he says play on. Ferdinand. Park. It's amazing, isn't it, really, for Wigan? It all started to go wrong very early on. What was it, about 3 minutes, Andy?
First 5 minutes, that
was injured, yeah?
Must have been. It was something in nothing, really. Strongly.
I'm not saying that it's been the reason for them losing here, but it's been downhill all the way since Pollitt departed the field. Baines. Bullard typically hasn't stopped running on what's been a costly day for him. Had to find something like 150 tickets for family and friends, apparently. As Teal goes forward, picks out Roberts, who held it up well. And they just cannot get that goal.
He was dragging this as soon as he hit it. It's a decent build-up again, worked the ball well. Roberts holds it up, not a problem. You can see that, he just pulls across it.
He was the guy that a few years ago was playing for Gravesend and Northfleet in the Ryman League, and I guess in many ways his presence here in the cup final sums up the whole Wigan Athletic story. Ziegler wins it back. Teal. Giggs back tracking. Almost a minute of stoppage time played now. Roberts drifting out to the right. Using his strength against Evra. Baines. Doing well to hold on to possession here. Ball gone out, I think.
Well, all but done now. Talked a lot about Wigan, what they've achieved, but for that man there, I think this is a massive game for them. It really is. To have lost today and gone 2 years without winning anything at Manchester United, well, there would have been questions asked again. These players have stood up today, they've performed when they were under real pressure. They performed well.
Seconds remaining in the 46th League Cup final. His camera shot is blocked, comes back to him again. Chimbonda. And Wigan sign off the final with a goal of their own. Oh, that was awkward. It's all over. Manchester United have won the Carling Cup, their first trophy since they lifted the FA Cup here in Cardiff 2 years ago, and only the second time they've ever tasted success in this competition. Defeat for Wigan Athletic, but all credit to them for what's been a terrific performance in a terrific season. Their first ever major final has ended in defeat, but on this showing it certainly won't be their last appearance in a showpiece occasion. But it's congratulations all round for Manchester United, who today have lifted a trophy and also, of course, ensured that they will be in Europe again next season. And over 30,000 travelling Manchester United fans enjoy the moment. Andy.
A penny for his thoughts. Day that started so optimistically for everyone in blue and white has ended, well, I think the way most people felt it would, with a Manchester United win.
And a win, by the way, in the biggest margin ever in League Cup final history. And the T-shirt worn by Ronaldo sends out a message that is echoed, I'm sure, by the whole Manchester United dressing room. That's for Alan Smith.
Yeah, nice to know he's going to get a medal as well, Smithy. I think they'll all be on before they go up. Every one of them will have their T-shirt on.
Well, it must feel great, doesn't it, for Sir Alex Ferguson? Nothing at all in terms of trophies last season. Hard to take for the man who's won more cups than any manager in the history of English football. He did not want his 20th season as United's manager to end empty-handed again, and it hasn't.
No, and I think particularly after what happened last May against Arsenal, when his team played so well on the day, was so dominant, and yet ended up losing it. And you always feel cup finals are no place for losers. It's a horrible feeling.
And Paul Jewell, a winner, but not today, as the stadium is plunged into darkness with the touch of drama and ceremony that befits the occasion. All the lights inside the stadium, apart from that one, dimmed as the Carling Cup trophy itself is about to be escorted to centre stage by soldiers from the Royal Welsh Regiment to be presented to the winning captain.
It is amazing. We talk a lot about Wayne Rooney, and this is the first major trophy that the young lad's won. Just seems to have achieved so much in his young life. He'll remember it. I remember it. That was the first thing I ever won. Same with the boys in the studio. That'll be a big, important cup for him, and it'll be a proud memory to take with him.
He was saying this week his only medal was in the Liverpool Sunday League, age 13. Well, that's what all the fuss is about. Over 1 million spectators have watched Carling Cup ties this season. An often derided competition, but one that provides vital revenue to clubs in the Football League. It might not be so important in terms of money to the likes of Manchester United, but of course, having gone out of Europe and lost a potential fortune there, it's a very handy addition to their budget for the year as well. But this is all about glory.
He's impatient, look. He's gone the best part of 2 years without winning something. He wants to get up there.
Incredibly, the 22nd major cup final of his career as a manager, 14 of them with Manchester United. Now Rooney's got a medal to go along with the Liverpool Sunday League one. And he's also been voted man of the match.
Can't argue with that. Popular decision.
The Alan Hardacre Trophy is his, named after the former Secretary of the Football League. And of course, for each of the United players, a medal to provide a permanent reminder of the day. Brief appearance by Richardson as a substitute. Van der Sar's first ever cup final in England ends in success, and you can add that to the 10 medals he got in his days as a star of Ajax in Holland. Remarkably, today was only the 3rd League Cup tie of his whole career, the United goalkeeper. What a contrast to Ryan Giggs, the 11th major cup final he's played for United, his 16th winner's medal, more than any player in their history.
He's greedy, he's downright greedy, that boy.
Joining Andy Williamson, the Football League's Director of Operations, Peter Swinburne, the Chief Executive of Coors Brewers, the competition sponsors, Adam Catuin, the fan who won the charity auction to take part. But now a moment that Gary Neville will treasure for the rest of his life. United are in the spotlight again, and the United fanatic who became captain of the team that he loves has taken them back onto that winner's rostrum again. The first trophy of the season belongs to Manchester United. A spectacular firework display to match. Well done to Wigan for what they achieved in being here. Well done to Manchester United for carving their name on that trophy, but only the 2nd time in their history.
How How important was it that United won today?
Well, it's desperately important. We've took a lot of criticism. We've taken a lot of criticism over the last year and a half, and rightly so, because we've disappointed. And you know, we have to win. We have to win trophies. This club, it's expectation level, and rightly so. And today, hopefully, this is the start of winning more.
What is it about this competition and you scoring goals?
It's great. I think everyone wanted to have a trophy this season. It's been difficult, so it's good. I think it's a great trophy to win.
Did you expect to play today?
No, not really, because it's a mini competition, but we always be ready because we're competitors. But it's a great opportunity and it's a good goal.
Finals are finals. You hope you win them. And the atmosphere today, both sets of fans, and it does create a great platform for a cup final. It was great today.
Did you quite simply blow them away in the second half?
Well, we spoke after time about not stopping and make sure we went for the second goal, which would hopefully win the game for us. But they had a chance right after that, and Edwin van der Sar had a marvellous save from camera. And it just sort of gets puts you back in your edge again, you know. But those two quick goals obviously win the game for us to finish it off. No, I think the credit goes to Wigan in this respect. They had a goal. Without doubt, they attacked us, and the good opportunities in the last third of the field. But I thought we defended very, very well today. And of course, when it comes to the matter of goal threats, we've got plenty in the side. You know, well, Cristiano scored, Wayne's got two, and Luis has got one. So we're all pleased with that.
Wayne, for you, what's it like to win something?
Yeah, it's amazing. You look around, you see the fans, they're all delighted. I'm obviously delighted to get 2 goals as well and help us win.
You hadn't scored for a little while either, had you? Had that been playing on your mind at all?
No, not really. I think we'd still been scoring goals and doing well. So if we weren't winning, then obviously it would have. But you know, the other players are doing it for us as well.
Rio, at long last, a cup winners' medal. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's a fantastic feeling. It's a great day for us. I think Smudge is in everyone's faults. He had a bad injury last week, and hopefully he'll be able to come back fighting fit. Today's a great day for us, the fans. As you can see, everyone's happy.
You know the pain of losing in a final. How does this compare? How different are the feelings?
I've been to 2 cup finals and lost both of them, and it does bring tears to your eyes and your guide, to be honest. It takes a lot to get over it, but winning today puts them to rest today for me and for the team as well.